Hello world, Son of the Soul here, ready to shine some light. How you feeling today? How you breathing today? Today is a beautiful day. It's actually nighttime right now. I don't usually record at night, but something was really bugging me, and I actually wanted to get it out. It's been a week now, but anyways, this video is on shedding light for one another and synchronicities. Last week I had a pretty cool synchronistic experience. Something that was meant to happen. And well, first of all, I got this rock right here. Now this is a rose quartz stone, and the thing about gems is that they hold an energetic frequency, and this one's actually shaped as a heart, and that's exactly how it acts. Well, that's how I feel. When I feel it, I can actually feel it. It's pretty cool. Usually when I cleanse and charge it, I can just put my hand over it, and I could just feel the energy. It's like this kind of cool little sensation, almost like I'm putting my hand in the refrigerator. It's pretty cool. But lately at work, I take this with me. And it's all about love. It's about prosperity. And when I take it around with me, I always feel that way. I mean, I feel that way without it, but it's just totally magnified. So I thought this also played a part in my synchronistic experience. And yeah, so I go to work. This was last week. I went to work, and usually I have a budget of how much money I take with me. I have a budget in my wallet, so I keep a certain amount of money with me. And I was only going to work that day, so I didn't really need much. I was needing like $10. Train fare. I spent like $6 on that. I think it was like $11 then, or something like that. And so I paid for train fare, and I think I bought something for lunch. I usually take my own food to lunch because I'm vegan, and there's not really much vegan spots out there. I can order something, but I don't want to do that. I like taking my own food with me most of the time. So I took my own food with me. I spent like $1. I think I bought 2 bananas with it, something like that. I have $5 left at the end of the day. So this $5 was for somebody. My mindset is I was with this guy. He was a homeless dude. You just tell, I see him, he gets on the train. This is me coming home from work, and the thing about homeless people is when I see somebody and they look sincere and they look like they're in need, I always try to give. Whatever I got, usually be some fruits or something, I give it, and I just made that a habit. I just really made that a habit, and I was having a lot of synchronicities like that in the summertime, and I always abide by it. I always committed to it. So it's been a while since I've had an encounter like that. So I see this man, and I'm talking to my coworkers, and it was in the middle of a conversation. This guy, he gets on the train, he gets on the cart, and he starts telling his life story. He's like, I don't want to disturb you guys, but He starts telling his story, and I'm always open to give. You know, but usually it'll be like when I give to a homeless person, it usually be like some fruits, some with food, or even just $1. Like I give $1, right? So he came close, and like I reached my pocket, and I just totally forgot, like I had a $5 bill, and I reached it out, and like in the middle of me handing it over, like I noticed it was a $5 bill. I was like, oh, I'm giving him like my whole $5 bill, and then like I had pulled back for a second, and then like I kind of paused. I'm like, I just felt so compelled to give it to him. I was like, I think I'm supposed to give it to him. Like I think I'm really supposed to give it to him, because that was my gesture, that was my action. So as I was handing it to him, like I started feeling tingly inside, and it was just like hair. And I gave it to him, and he was just so relieved. Like he was happy. You could see it. He was like, "Thank you so much. God bless you." He started putting his little sign up, and it was just like I was just so happy. I started feeling tingly all over, especially over here, like around my head. And here's that pertains to my crown chakra. It was just like buzzing, just this buzzing feeling. Get a lot of sensations nowadays, but usually when you feel sensations, it's basically either your vibration raising or lowering. Some people get scared, they start shaking. It's just more apparent because your vibration is lowering, so you can see it now. It's just. Anyways, right? So I give it to this man, and I just felt so good inside, and just thinking about it over just made me realize, like, everybody in the world affects each other, consciously, unconsciously, whether we like it or not. And I think that's an amazing thing. I think that's a very beautiful thing, especially when you're conscious of what's happening, especially if you're aware of what's happening, and what you do, and how you act, how you speak, how you feel, how you express, and going about with life. It's just, it's so amazing that we can change people's lives, for eternity. So like the $5 I gave him, that will forever go on into eternity. That's forever. That's done. Like that's just done. Who knows what this man could have done with my $5, right? Who knows? You don't know. Like I have no idea. Like what he does with his life, right? And I feel like people tend not to give so much because we tend to prejudge people, right? Like, okay, what are you gonna do with this? What are you gonna do with my money? What are you gonna do with my money? Right? But my intention was to give him a tool that may allow him to help himself. And in my perspective, that was true, and that was honest, and that was my authenticity. And if the world was to wake up the next morning, and just be fully aware of how much we affect each other, what would the world look like? That sounds like paradise to me, The world is paradise now because I see that. It's because I know that. I see the potential. I'm so grateful that I was able to have this experience with him. He could have been in any other cart. I could have missed the train and just not see him at all, and it's just, I'm glad I was able to, And I know it was a synchronicity because the gesture that I made when I handed it to him, it wasn't even like I had a thought. I just knew I just wanted to give him something, you know. And in my mindset, I was this person that likes to give in situations like this. So he was the person in the other end, open to receiving, you know. So we had this mutual synchronicity, you know. I vibrated. He vibrated with me in a certain way, man. That's my reflection. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Could that have been a good meal for him, man? That's. I hope it really worked out. So I'm forever grateful for just being myself and you know, just not allowing the ego to take over and just being that person how I always used to be, you know. I was always giving, I was always loving, you know. Just seeing people happy makes me happy. And just understanding that the world has so much potential in doing this is it's just bananas. It's crazy. It's just crazy, man. We were all made to help each other out. We was all made to help serve the world in our own individual expressions. Like that's so awesome. I'm happy that I can do that. I'm happy that I'm aware that I'm capable of changing people's lives. I'm here to change my life. And in turn, that changes people's lives. You know? Being myself helps people. Self-love, to give love, man. I am an expression of love. Right? Babies are so precious. When they first come out the womb, these babies are so precious, man. There's no ego involved in a newborn baby, man. That's the expression of love, man. How happy people get when they see babies. When people have babies, when people find out they're having babies. It's because we all know deep down that we are expressions of love. So much potential in this world. Being guided by the heart. Being guided by the heart allows you to see so much more in life, man. What would it look like in a heart-driven world? See, that's how much we affect each other, man. So in the course of my life, I'm looking to touch as many lives as possible. To help as much people as possible, man. And I know that I'll forever go into eternity. Because we are eternal. Express yourself the way you feel like you can. You're so unique, man. Show the world what you can bring to the table. Your signature, your fingerprint. No fingerprint is different. I'm sorry, all fingerprints are different. All fingerprints are different. Nobody has the same fingerprint, man. That's how crazy it is. That's how different we are. And we're all the same all at the same time, man. Put yourself out there. Share your love to the world. We have that power. We are light. You are light. So stay bright. Peace.